August 17th, 2022. Funny, I am going through his retarded client's phone. No so far. I hate man. I truly him.
You were Michael Proctor's supervisor?
Yes, I was.
Was there punishment in light of those two sustained findings against you?
There was.
And what was that punishment?
I lost 5 vacation days.
Really? Whoa, this is new stuff. We did not hear about any of this in trial number 1. Well, I don't know what his game plan is, because it is impossible for me to get into Brendan's head because he's full of lies and deception. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up. It's the Law with attorney Larry Forman. By the way, if you need an attorney, feel free to call us 1-844-774-HERD. Trial lawyers are here standing by. But before we get into the video, folks, I want to tell you guys, you are in for a doozy. Something that has been in the Commonwealth's planning for months now. I am convinced that this is no accident. They know that former, disgraced, fired, despicable Pooper Proctor, Trooper Proctor, whatever you want to call him, from the Massachusetts State Police, he has completely botched this investigation. He has completely destroyed any possibility of pointing the finger at Brian Albert and his lackeys who actually killed John O'Keefe in their infinite attempts to try and make Karen Reed look like the innocent, make her look like the guilty party, even though she's completely innocent. There's the Freudian slip for you. Anyway, folks, this trial, something unprecedented is happening. Buchanan read Proctor's texts, because if the words first came out of Proctor's mouth, they would look so much worse than they actually are, like they did in the first trial. But because now Buchanan is the one reading them, he's kind of prefacing it with, well, yeah, this is what happened. And that's what we're going to cover right now, folks. Buckle up, because it is about to get messy.
Any other materials in this case? Did you review any reports?
I did review reports, yes.
Did you write reports in this case?
Yes, I did.
Now, I want to ask you about Michael Proctor. You had told us that you were working on this investigation with him.
Yes, I was.
Are you still working on this investigation with him?
No, I am not.
You were Michael Proctor's supervisor?
Yes, I was.
When you work for the state police, do you have a...
So remember, the new fact in this trial is that Buchanan is now elevated to be Proctor's supervisor, even though this was entirely Proctor's doing. Even though this entire investigation was Proctor's responsibility. He's the one who planted the evidence. He's the one who broke the taillight. He's the one who scattered the pieces. He's the one who wrote the report. He's the one who did the botched interviews. He's the one that did everything in trial number 1. All of a sudden, trial number 2 rolls around. Oh yeah, Buchanan, yeah, I'm his supervisor. He is under me. What? Now I understand Buchanan is a sergeant, and he is rank-wise. Sure, he outranks Proctor. Nobody's questioning that. But during the investigation, was he a supervisor? Answer, absolutely not. If anything, this guy was helping Proctor in his planting of the evidence.
A personal phone and a phone that is provided to you by the state police?
Yes.
The state police phone, is that a work phone?
Yes, it is.
What type of information do you receive on that phone?
You can receive communications via email, text message, cell phone, tower, voice communications.
Okay. Do officers communicate with each other at times on those work phones?
Yes, they do.
And during that time, did you have a work phone that you were using for communications?
Yes, I did.
At some point, did you receive, or were you placed on an email chain that included Michael Proctor and others?
I believe it was a text chain.
I'm sorry, a text chain.
Yes.
Were you included on a text chain involving Michael Proctor and others?
Yes, I was.
He's getting uncomfortable because he knows what's coming.
Did you receive a text or a text chain from Michael Proctor and other people?
Yes, I did.
And when you received a text, do you remember where you were when you received the text chain?
The specific one you're referring to, I was at the Logan Airport working a traffic detail.
When you received that text-to-text chain, did you respond?
I acknowledged the text. I did not respond with verbiage.
And then during that text chain, did you look at the entire text chain?
No, the text message came through on my Apple Watch as I was controlling traffic. I glanced at it, took part of the information that came through, and acknowledged it with a
I took part of the information that came through. It's a very interesting turn of phrase. Let's see where he takes us.
thumbs up emoji, indicating that I read it.
Thumbs up
At
emoji.
some point, did you learn everything that was on that text chain?
Yes,
And as a result of that text chain, was there an investigation?
there was.
And during that investigation, you were Michael Proctor's supervisor?
I was.
After the investigation was done, did the state police make any finding against you for that text chain?
Yes, there were 2 sustained findings as a result of that investigation.
Did you initiate that text chain?
No, I don't believe so.
What were the
You did
sustained-
react with a thumbs up?
I acknowledged the text message that he sent, or portion of the information that came through on my watch.
And the 2 sustained findings against you, were one of them for failure to adequately supervise?
Yes,
And the other, was it regarding a routine or regular review that it didn't consider that text chain? I'll rephrase.
Okay.
That second sustained finding, was it regarding a review of the performance level of Mr. Proctor?
that's correct.
Sustained is to full.
Yeah, just get it.
Was there a second sustained finding?
Yes, there was.
What was it?
Did it relate to
What was
the review
it? Just-
process of a subordinate?
Just ask what was it leading. Just, oh my God,
What was
Brennan.
that second sustained?
There you
finding
go. Good
about?
boy.
The
Pat him on
accuracy of the review of the quarterly performance evaluation.
Good
You said
grief.
quarterly. How often would you write reviews for subordinates?
Every 90 days.
Was there any other sustained finding against you?
No,
Was there punishment in light of those 2 sustained findings against you?
there was.
And what was that punishment?
I lost 5 vacation days.
Really? Whoa, this is new stuff. We did not hear about any of this in trial number 1, and this is coming on direct, which again, we rarely cover direct examinations, but this is gold. He lost 5 vacation days. The jury doesn't even know over what yet. Like, what did you do, bro? What did you do, sir? What is happening? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Oh, we're about to find out.
Work in the homicide division of the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office?
I do.
Are you currently a sergeant?
I am.
His voice is breaking.
Have you ever reviewed that entire chain that was at issue?
Only through the documents provided for me during the internal investigation.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I think we're about to go over the texts with Buchanan. I mean, he was a party to the text exchange, no question about it, but they're trying to protect Proctor in any possible shape, way, or form that they can by virtue of providing Buchanan with
to ask you to take a look at that document.
the texts
And if you
first,
turn the page. does it
so
begin
that
to-
when Proctor eventually reads these texts to the jury, the blow will have been lessened because the jury already heard it.
One more page, please. Does it begin to reflect the email chain?
It's a good strategy, but it does not take away from the severity of Proctor's conduct. Don't get me wrong.
It does.
Do you remember this email chain?
I remember seeing it when I reviewed it. I don't remember the intricate details of these messages.
Do you remember that photograph?
Of course you don't.
I don't.
You don't want to,
Could you turn the page?
because they're
Is
really,
there
really
text?
bad.
Yes, there is.
Without citing the phone numbers, I'd like you to cite the author of the text, and I'd like you to read the text to the jury.
There it is.
Do you want me to date it in time or no?
Sure.
August 17th, 2022, 9:44 p.m., 25 seconds. Funny, I am going through his retarded client's phone.
I'd like you to read all of them, please.
Next one, no nudes so far. I hate that man. I truly hate him.
Can you give the author for each comment? And can you start again, because I want us to understand.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
The author, whoever makes the comment, I'd like to have the name of the author.
I'm sorry, this document does not identify who the author is, sir.
It identifies this as your phone,
That is, yes.
but each comment doesn't identify who sent it.
No, it does not. I assume it's an extraction from one device, but
I see.
What game are they
If
playing?
you made any of the comments yourself, would you tell us?
if I made those comments?
No, if you make any of them in here as you read them, will you point out if you...
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
So
Okay.
now,
And if you don't know who made the comment, can you just identify that for us as you read it so we know?
Okay, do you want me to continue the next page?
Why don't we start over, because
so remember in the first trial, it was the defense that got those comments out of Proctor on cross-examination. So it looked really, really, really bad because on direct examination, the prosecution never talked about them, never mentioned them, never hinted at them, nothing. And then the defense went in and boom, and it was very impactful, very impactful. Now the prosecution is trying to take away the oomph, take away the sting out of this whole exchange. And I'll be honest, it's a good strategy. Now, I don't know how well it's going to work because, again, the language is heinous and extremely inappropriate and unprofessional, and that is why he has been reprimanded and lost, as he stated, 5 vacation days, which in the first trial, I don't think he has been reprimanded yet by his authorities. But in the second trial, because Proctor has already been fired from MSP, Buchanan being his quote-unquote supervisor, even though I don't think he was his immediate supervisor. Maybe he was. Again, none of that matters because it was Proctor who did the investigation. He didn't have a supervisor for the duration of the investigation. Buchanan is just his supervisor, generally speaking. That's fine. Everybody's got a supervisor, you know. Even I have a supervisor. Everybody's got a supervisor out there somewhere. Judges have supervisors. You know, the SJQ, the Judicial Qualifications Committee, or the JQC, excuse me. They're all different in different states to make sure that judges follow their judicial canons. And we're waiting for the shoe to drop on. We're waiting for the shoe to drop on Auntie Bev here sooner or later. But regardless, Brennan is trying to take the sting out by having Buchanan read the texts. They're not even identifying who the speaker is. Like, just ask him, do you know who the speaker is? Yes. Who was it? Proctor. They're dancing around it like a bunch of chickens.
should have been more clear in my direction. Could you begin again?
So in the beginning, it says, funny, I am going through his retarded client's phone.
Is that your comment?
No, it is not.
Okay, next.
It appears to be the same person because of the way that the extraction happens, and it says no nudes so far. Again, I believe it's the same person because all of these are identified as sent. It says, I hate that man. I truly hate him.
Do you have any belief that's Michael Proctor who is writing these?
Yes, I believe that is.
There we
Next,
go.
please.
Aha. Okay, so they danced around it enough. Now we can actually reveal it.
There's a blank page, and that's the end.
Despicable.
Yes, sir.
And I don't understand. Is Brennan just gonna let the jury marinate on this? Is that a good strategy? I don't know. I don't think it is. I mean, it might be. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what his game plan is because it is impossible for me to get into Brennan's head because he's full of lies and deception. It's a lot easier when you know what the game plan is. But it's slowly starting to unravel what his game plan is, and I will get to the bottom of it. It will take me maybe a couple more weeks, maybe a little bit longer, but I'll share it with you as soon as I have a full synopsis of what I think Brennan's goal is. I mean, other than convicting Karen Reed, obviously that's obvious. He wants to convict Karen Reed. I don't think he'll be successful. I've already said it like 100 times over. I don't think he's going to be successful. The jury is going to acquit on a charge or two and hang on the other one again, probably. That's my guess, but we'll see. I'm still praying for a 3-charge acquittal.
Did you say you were suspended 5 days or lost 5 days vacation?
Lost 5 days of vacation.
And have you continued on your cases?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right. Well, folks, don't forget to subscribe. By the way, I think I forgot to say this. Let me know in the comments below if you think this helps kind of take the sting out of the fact that Proctor wrote those, or is the effect remains the same from the point of view of the new jurors who have no idea the first trial. Well, they know the first trial happened because it's been mentioned so many times in the second trial, but do we know, or do you think we know, that the jury is going to look at it and go, nudes, schmoods, who cares? She killed him. Or if the jurors are going to go, okay, this is important, so Mr. Proctor is biased because he's not Trooper Proctor anymore. We need to start calling him Mr. Proctor too. You know, disgraced, fired Massachusetts State Police, Trooper Proctor, or just start calling him Mr. Proctor. Or just Proctor, because he doesn't deserve anything more than that. And what a name too. I always wonder, like, proctologist, Proctor. He's just up your butt. That's all he is. He's good at that. That he has nothing else going for him. I feel no remorse for that man or his family whatsoever. Courtney and his wife, they're all woven from the same dirty, dirty cloth. I watched an interview that his sister did on some news channel. I couldn't watch it. I just watched bits and pieces because I was like, this is just gross. She's like, we're so offended. Like last year, we're so offended by how people are treating him. And then in March, he gets fired and she's like, no. Like, no remorse. Disgusting. Anyway. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we're going to continue this train going. We're going to go into the weekend. Lots of content coming your way, so be on the lookout for that, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.